reality. Reality. Ito na. Kaya ba nung gusto? Pwede na.
And the winner is... Di ba mainit?
It's partially hot.
Palamig lang po natin sa sir.
Sizzling po yan.
Seasoning flavor.
Yan yung infill. Baka hindi pa nakita.
Ito, yan. Yan po yung infill.
Yung kung paano niya, pag pinan 100% mo yan, punong-puno mo yan.
Sorry.
Ito naka 5%.
Yes po.
Kaya ano lang siya, madalang lang. Enough lang na wag mag-collapse.
But if you made it like smaller, it would be okay to do that. Full, you know,
Yeah.
fill.
Pero magkakaroon ng effect. Like if it's 0, baka yung ibabaw niya pwedeng lumundo.
Okay, so if you want to make something like that, it's best to just keep it like a cast thing.
5 is the most economic. At least you'll have something inside. Saka sport ito.
Hindi po.
No, I said it was sport.
You were spotted.
Yeah.
Ito mabilis.
At least I'm fairly certain I did. Yeah, it says so right here, 124.
Oh.
The lie.
Yeah, it did.
Let's
It's faster than your normal.
Okay. I think this is a plan to.
You can just build it up.
Ibang makatama ng ano. Iba po ang sa pagbigat sa amin sa personal. Wala po.
Yung pinakahuli ka, nilagay ko yung display na blue. Para talagang
Kalat pa.
pala. So, that's why you get that. 15 minutes.
Cool down lang.
Don't forget to do the white thing.
Yeah, later. Before.
Oh, wait, are we already logging in? Last coach?
Sige po. Let's join the class again.
Class, join the nickname, John, it's me.
Okay na po. Okay, so in the basic, we tried creating a 3D design. So now we are going to create circuits. So let's go to create and then click circuits. So come on tayo dito. So for MM1, we'll be focusing on basic robotics. So surface level of robotics with the electronics and circuit boards. So to start, we will explain what will this module be consisting. So we have Arduino sensors and the introduction of components. So first session, our breakdown is Session 1, Introduction to Arduino. Session 2, AI prompting for Arduino program. Session 3 and 4, Sensors and Actuators. Then Session 5 and 6 will be their project creation and assembly.
Okay.
So in Session 1, we will be introducing this microcontroller. So this is the commonly used for robotics learning. So, does anyone have any background on electronics and robotics? So this is already in the curriculum of high school students.
I think my only
and,
background here is when I worked with you.
In their curriculum, they only discuss a few parts of it. So in here, we are going to discuss just how electronic components work with each other and how to make it work. So surface level. So in the first session, Arduino, the most commonly used microcontroller. So we'll be explaining about their application. So microcontrollers can be used for laptops, iPads, microwaves, and air conditioning. After explaining that, we will go next to the anatomy of the Arduino. So, you can see here, this is the original. So, yung ating pong gamit is just the imitation or copy. So, it still works the same, but this has a stronger and more durable when it comes to circuit works. So that meaning this is a sensitive one. So we have to be really careful with dust, water, so just to make sure it still works. Okay, so first, we have the Atmega 328P. So the Atmega 328P is this small thing here, and the imitation, this one. So the explanation in that is that acts as the brain of the microcontroller. So this is where we store the data. So next, digital pins. So we have there 13 digital pins, actually 14. So 0 and 1 for RxTX connection, then 2 and then 13. So digital pins are where components are commonly connected to. So this is where the components gets the data of the code. So whenever it needs a command, it will get a command from the board through that pin. So next, analog pins. Analog pins also works just like the digital pins. The difference there is that the analog pins have what you call a certain measurement, or for example, while using sensors, you can actually measure the whole distance of the sensor in decimals.
Digital, 0 and 1 lang.
Yes.
Pagka-analog between 0 and 1025. Ayun, 1023.
Yes. So now we go to the power pins. So the commonly used power pins are just the 3 volts, 3.3, 5 volts, ground for ground. Then the VIN pin is where you can get the whole voltage that the microcontroller is receiving. So for example, we're using a 9 volts battery. So if we want to use the whole power of the 9 volts, we use the VIN pin. But if we want to control, we want to regulate the power that is going through the components, we use 3 volts or 5 volts.
Okay.
So every pin here is regulated for that power. So next is the reset button. So the reset button acts just as a reset. So when you have the program, when you press the reset button, it will just reset the loop of the program.
Parang sa computer.
Yes. Next is the external power jack, where you can connect your 9 volts battery, or if you have other battery packages. So I'll just explain that this Arduino, the microcontroller, can only hold up to 9 to 12 volts of power. So if we use more than 12 volts, it might snap. Yeah, short circuit.
Okay.
So next, USB data terminal. So the USB data terminal is where we receive the code. So the Arduino gets the code from the computer using this data cable. So para lang siyang flash drive. Okay, so after explaining the anatomy of the Arduino board, we can ask a few questions for them. So for example, what is this part? What does it do? So if they can answer it, they answer it. Then if they don't, we just have to answer it again, so repeatedly. So that they will get it in their own pace. So next, after reviewing parts of this Arduino, we go to our class. So in this course, we will have a separate class for this one. So after the graduates of basic, after graduating basic class, we will create another batch for MM1.
Okay.
So Tinkercad simulations. Okay, so here we will explain parts of the interface and electronic simulation of Tinkercad. So let's go to our Tinkercad. So first, of this, it's almost the same as the 3D design. The only things that are different are the libraries and some other tools, like this one is for the wire colors.
I see.
This one is a type of wire, but we're not really gonna use those.
Okay.
So it's just for notes. Okay. So copy, paste, delete, undo, redo. Then the libraries. Then we have here the code, start simulation, then send to. So the code, we will have there later. So now in our session 1, we'll be introducing the simulation first. So there will be no actual activity yet for this one. But we have alternatives if we finish early in the class. So we can add more, we can have them use their kits already. So it's not required, but we can let them use it if we have time. First, let's create a simple circuit. So here, we will be explaining how components works, how component works in this circuit. So we will also teach the kids or the students in general how to navigate here and how to move the components. So left click, select an object. And when putting a wire, you click a pin you want. Then in order to bend the wire, click again on that point you want to bend it. And then click again to bend. Then click on the pin on where you want to put it. So in here, we will show how to color code already. So basic color codes in electronics are for the power. For the power pins, we have red. So for the ground pins, we have black. So when they come and use with the batteries, they don't get in trouble wasting the batteries. So after showing that, we will be introducing the parts of this breadboard. So after making the preparations, we discuss the breadboard parts. So here, this is what we call the positive terminal and the negative terminal. So everything on these terminals are interconnected. So you can see the green highlight here. So when hovering on your simulation, you can see that this whole terminal is highlighted. It means that they are interconnected. So positive terminal, then negative terminal. Then here we have the inside terminals. So this is where we connect the components. So each number is interconnected to a different letter. So we just have to explain that this is a horizontal and vertical. So after that, we will be introducing the common component for starters, LED. So let's place one LED on the board. So LED, we will also discuss the LED. So after discussing the breadboard, here's a simple discussion about the LED. So certain LED. Okay, begin natin.
LED. Hey, it's one of my favorite colors, yellow.
Okay, so we can show the actual component while discussing this in the simulation. So, anode for the positive side. So the anode is the longer pin in the actual part component. So in our simulation, it will be the curved one. So, yun lang. Anode for the positive connection. And cathode is our negative connection, which will be connected to the ground. So that's why we have here ground connected to the negative terminal. Then 5 volts connected to the positive terminal. After discussing that,
Ano, huwag niyo makalimutan alin yung cathode at saka yung anode. Yung positive is greater than negative. Diba? Positive, negative, bawas. So yung positive yun yung mahaba. Kaya greater.
okay. So now we will be connecting them on these terminals. So before that, in the simulation, our LED are rated to 3 volts only. So we have to put a resistor. So let's grab a resistor. So when explaining the resistor, let's just explain that our LED, for example, it can only hold up to 3 volts. And then, let's say our Arduino has 5 volts. So if we put 5 volts, the LED will pop. So we don't want that. So in order for the LED to be regulated, you have to add a resistor. So the basic amount of resistor, the basic value to resist this LED is 220 ohms. So when adding the resistor, we change the resistance to 220 and ohms here. So the default is 1 kilo ohms. We will change it to ohms.
Okay.
20 ohms. So after connecting it to the ground, we connect a wire to the positive terminal. So anode to the positive terminal. And then after that, that will be the first session. So once they light up the LED, so you give out the idea of how it works, and that's session 1.
Very easy.
So in session 1, there is an additional activity. So we will be having them making a series circuit and a parallel circuit. So, familiar po tayo sa series and parallel? So explain ko na lang po. So a series circuit is a circuit where components are connected as one. They have the same power. So they are connected to only, let's say, so it shares the voltage of one LED. So for example, we have 5 volts in this Arduino.
Okay.
Then we're using 2 3 volts regulated LEDs. So if you use 2 of these LEDs, they will share the voltage.
Okay.
parallel circuits, they will be using the same voltage but connected separately. So they won't have, so the power won't pass through each other. So they are connected separately.
Okay.
And also for the parallel circuit, if one LED breaks, the other LEDs will break. So in the series, if one LED breaks,
All of them break.
all of them breaks. So that's the additional activities for Sunday. So in session 2, this will be the AI prompting. So we will teach the students how to get the code from the AI. So again with the class code, then programming. So here we will now modify the circuit. We will connect the anode to the digital pins. Sige po ma'am. Connect po tayo ng ano. Kailangan po connect. So lipat po natin sa si LED na lang. Stop. Tapos pag pinamit po natin siya, okay na po yan. Kahit hindi. Kahit nandun na sa atas. Pagka-start. So connected na po siya. Stop po muna tayo sa simulation. Then connect po natin yung anode sa digital. So for ano po, for conventional uses, let's have them connected to digital pin 2. Opo, sa pin 2 po. Sige po, click po natin yung wire. Then delete po natin. Tapos connect po tayo within this terminal. Ito, yung nasa taas po. Kung saan po nakakonect si anode. Hindi po yan. Ito po kasi ay ating negative terminal and positive terminal. I-check nyo po yung ano. And then po, connect po natin si anode. Ito po terminal na. Ulit po. Dito po tayo nito.
Kahit saan dito.
Kung saan po nakakonect si anode. Ito po lang. Left pa. Yan. Tapos kukonect po natin sa pin. Hindi na po sa positive terminal. Yan. Okay, so after having them modify the circuit, dito na po natin i-introduce the AI. So we will introduce ChatGPT, the most common AI being used all around the world. So si ChatGPT po kasi, it can already generate tons of codes within seconds. So since Arduino is just basic coding, so it won't be trouble for the AI. So now we'll go to ChatGPT. Okay po. Sir John, let's go to ChatGPT. Sige po, mabukay niyo po yung access mo. Meron po.
ChatGPT.
Yung pang
Oh dear. I think this laptop has run out of battery.
battery. Sir John, charger. try ChatGPT.
Good. Just
Eleven. 11 today. Yeah.
yeah, it's all. Yeah, it's, today's 11. All these that's should have just say an accident, I suppose. Do I just wait for this to? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So now we will be discussing a basic prompt that we already constructed for kids to easily understand it. So the first part of the prompt will be the intro prompt. So we will be telling the AI what kind of circuit are we creating. So here we tell the AI that I am creating an Arduino circuit with the following components. So we will always end with the following components. So after that, we will add the components and the pins. So components and where the components are connected. What pins? If it has a resistor, we can add that information. So just to be more specific. Require. Palagin ko sa Sige mo, dito na.
Ano yan?
They're just
Yeah,
making their own chat
Hindi na
GPT, I
scroll.
think. Their chat GPT accounts, I think. Should I use?
Discuss na lang pa natin sa susunod yung fix natin dito for the use of MMM. So for these laptops po kasi, since medyo outdated nga po yung software, hindi niya po minsan ma-access yung site. Since yung site ay medyo advanced na po at may mga iba pa pong mga, let's say, mga cookies na ginagamit for that website. So, sige, proceed tayo. Sige sir, okay na po ba yun?
I'm just using your account, I think.
So, after telling the AI the component and which pin is it connected to, we will add the action. So what kind of action do we want? We want to make it light up every 1 second. So, next, after that, so kay ChatGPT, after prompting the AI, sample na natin dito. So we pasted the prompt. So here we will see the code.
Dito ba makapag-messenger sila?
Oh.
Sa Chromebook ba nakapag-messenger?
Messenger po. Hindi ko pa lang po eh. Pero
Kasi naisip ko pagka ba ganyan problema, pwede natin gawin yung code.
is
Paste na lang sa...
So mali may separate
Kung
kayo.
ba, hindi sila makapag-chat GPT, yung teacher nila mag-chat GPT. Tapos, although maganda pag ma-experience nila yun,
Opo.
sila mismo yung nagsasabi.
Oh. Pero ano naman tayo sir, may 1 month pa naman. So may di-discuss pa natin further kung paano yung mangyayaring fix natin. Para accessible po sa inyo lahat yung MM1. So after the AI create the code, we click here to copy code. So pagka-click po natin dito, the code is already copied. So we go back to our Tinkercad. So we have the code here. So in order to access the code, sige po, punta po tayo sa ating Tinkercad. Let's go to Tinkercad. And then, click code. So the first thing we see here in the code is the block codes. So we're not gonna use that. In order to change that, we click the blocks here, change the edit mode to text.
Copy code.
So after clicking text, we just continue.
Oh. Blocks.
And there we will have the code.
Continue.
Yung kay Bernice, nakapag-ano ka? Chat
Ah,
GPT ka?
30 lang po sa program, pero nakakopy naman po yung code.
Hindi lang na-scroll, pero nakakopy.
Pero pag tinis naman, pakita naman
Okay.
yung code.
Okay na.
Okay. So since we copied the code, we delete what is written there and then paste the code. Have you copied the code?
Yes.
Okay.
I copied this code that it gave me.
So copy the code and then paste the code here in the code for the simulation.
Okay.
Is it pasted already?
And pasted.
Okay.
This is what it looks like? Wait.
Yep. So after that, we have pasted the code. We go to start simulation.
How the debugger works.
After that, we are supposed to see the LEDs blinking every 1 second.
No, it's blinking 1 second.
Yan ba habang tinuturo, meron tayong actual na
Yes.
display?
Opo. So, sa una lang po muna, simulation. So, what we're practicing here is, before doing the actual work, we simulate first.
I mean, kahit sa teacher lang.
Po.
Kahit teacher lang.
Pwede po. Opo.
Para lang na-excite yung mga bata na,
Yes po, you
talaga,
can use
yung ginagawa
that
ko
while
pala
discussing.
dito, magagawa talaga.
Ang gusto, actual na natin din. Actual na din natin.
Hindi, ito yung actual kami sa 3 and 4. So yes, we can use the actual components while discussing the simulation. But what we're trying to practice here is simulation first, then the practical work. So after this, we still have other simulation activities. So So additional activity. So we will have them do another prompt and another circuit. So here, we have created a on and off light signal. So when we say, whenever we press the button, the colors must change. The one lighting up must change. So, for one. So in the instructor files, we have the samples of every circuit. So we can practice and copy the actual circuit, and you can practice prompting, change the code, whatever means for you to practice the control. So we have session 2, let's try to copy this circuit.
Make a new one.
So kahit to sa mga estudyante, papakopy.
Yes po, copy
So
po.
hindi nila i-drawing yan from scratch.
Hindi po. Hindi rin po nila basta magigits ang circuits ng drawing nila.
Hindi, I mean yung bawa, yung teacher, pinapakita niya, o connect natin si pin 1 dito.
Actually po, while doing this, the teacher must do it in front of them. So, dito lang po, pinakita ko na lang po yung sa.
Pero dun sa actual na tinuturo natin yan, parang i-follow the leader
Follow
pa rin.
the leader pa rin.
Ito, connect natin si 5 volts to ganyan.
So, yung So, yung first 3 components po natin dito is already seen here above sa library. So, wala po masyadong. So, once na paulit-ulit naman po yung ating process, and like putting the wires, color coding them, they will tend to follow it. So, in time, they will be doing proper color code with the wires. So, color coding wires is a big help in actual circuiting, especially in this course. Because in this course, in this course, this will be their final output for the electronics. So, at least, so we have to master this one as well. So there is a step-by-step process in building this, in creating this circuit. So we already provided a video before, but we will send another update for this one.
Okay.
Sige ma'am, wire na po. Wire na po. So here, we will try to practice the prompting as well. So let's identify first which components are connected to which pins. So first, we have our push button. Push button is connected to pin 2. So in the prompt, so while prompting, let's say, copy this. So I am creating an Arduino circuit with the following components. So we have a push button, one push button connected to pin 2, and green LED connected to pin 3, then red LED connected to pin 4. So we can be vague about our action, but if we want to be specific with it, let's say I want the green LED to turn off whenever I press the button, and then the red LED lights up. So after that, let's just wait for the AI to generate a code. So after generating the code, we copy the code and go back to ChatGPT and paste the code. Let's paste. Makakopy niyo naman po. How about you, sir?
Just copy the code.
So now copy the code. So okay.
Is this the right code?
Okay. So once copied, you click start simulation, and then once you click the button, the colors will change. So in this case, we did specify that should be clicked once.
Pag on and off.
So in yours, okay. So we want it to change once we click it once only. So here we can communicate with the AI again. So in order to get the actual output that we want, okay, let's say I want the red LED to remain light up. Then switch with the green LED when I push the button. So if we want to get the output that we want, we have to be more specific with the action. So after generating the code, we copy the code again, then we paste it.
Kapag kami siya.
Okay.
Kukodin pa rin ko sa ilan. Kaya hindi rin ko siya tapos.
After ko siya kanina. Same lang siya. Hindi lang siya umi.
Try niyo po.
That time. Pero yung kanina.
Yung bago. Try niyo ulit mag-run.
Yung pwede.
Go. Try niyo po lagyan ng word na alternate.
Alternate toggle. Switch.
Freeze mo naman.
See if this is.
Stop the simulation first.
Oh, okay.
Then start.
Okay.
There.
Good.
Okay. Try using this prompt. Say whenever I press the button, the LEDs will switch from its light state. Alternate.
Oh.
Yeah. Baka makakuha na. Copy na pala. How many things? Sige, gawin natin mas simple yung prompt.
Actually, yung una.
Yung una.
Pinaka-simple ito. Mas simple din yung code. Parang same lang. Yeah, this one. Pero yun din yung...
So, usually.
Kasi hindi siya nag-ano. Nakikita talaga sa gumana. Nung start pa. Sure. Ay, iba tayo.
Ito na. Pagkagawa natin.
Pero gumana siya doon sa unang prompt. Doon sa...
Oh.
Yung 20 per 1 second.
Ah... Ito kasi ko. Kasi sa actual, any code naman, as long as proper yung connection of pins, it works. So wala pa akong so far na-encounter sa actual. But,
Gusto
Ito.
ko rin yung prompt.
pero dito sa AI, twice ko lang siya na-encounter pero nafe-fix niya naman.
Isimplihan mo lang. Ayaw mo. Yung siya. What to toggle between red and green lights. And then switch to both. Press it. Dapat may nakalike.
Ito po simple.
Pero mukhang hindi yun ang issue. Kasi
Baka po.
yung code niya,
Tama naman po yung code.
Wala kang dapat. Let's take some let's take computer niya mo. Kung alin yung naka.
Yes po. Nakastore na rin po sa code yung nasa button stick. Which kung ano yung pin na tuloy na karoon ng signal. Nagtanggal ulit siya.
Pero ba't kung hindi man lang ilaw?
Siguro po sa simulation.
Pero kanina, doon sa unang testing mo, yung red pa lang.
Nag-reflect
Umilaw.
yung sir. Term 3.
Baka kayo sir gumana din po kasi. Tapos medyo mas mahaba yung code.
Kanina, ang code, hindi connected na siya.
Sige, mag-apply po tayo ulit mag-talk. Kasi sa atin pong branding, we are not to teach coding. Patay.
Posible doon sa circuit eh.
Basta yung... So, note lang din po sa AI natin. So, sa isang account, limited lang din po yung responses niya. So, advice ko na lang po, since ginawa na rin po namin, may multiple accounts din po talaga na ano na po sa ChatGPT. May account na po.
Na nakaano niya.
Opo. So, may multiple emails po.
Pwede sa free yun.
Opo, free. Pero kung meron po kayong pwede naman po one account, tapos doon na lang po lahat nakakonect. Hindi naman po magkaano yun,
Pwede
mag-interface
ba
sa
sabay na po?
Opo. Hindi, okay.
Services.
Nakakonected siya eh.
Try mong baguhin.
Yes.
Ulitin mo from yung connection ng mga LEDs. Baka yung resistor mo, baka hindi 220 o baka masyado mataas.
Hindi pa nag-ilaw din po ng sa ibang program. Hindi lang po nag-switch ng, hindi lang po nag-toggle yung time. Sige, ano na. Sa simulation na talaga, mahirap yun. Kailangan makakuha natin yung prompt.
Okay.
Iigaw pa rin dapat.
Opo.
Kaya lang igagana yung switch mo lang yung
Yung ano pala?
ayun, mali.
Mali yung ano.
Ito.
Yan, dyan na pa. Hindi, okay.
Okay na iba.
Ay, oo, tala. Ikaw connect siya lang. Ano ko?
Yan.
Pero wala.
Ganun
Ito
pa rin.
talaga.
Wait. Sa ground to na ako
Apo, ground po talaga. Then,
kung
positive.
ground yun, positive.
Positive po talaga si, ano.
Tapos ito.
Tapos kahit magkabaligtad po sa bottom, okay lang po. Yung code dyan, sige. Malatag ako. Ay, yung code mo dito. Alagay mo nga yung code lang. Yung sa...
Paste sa ano, messenger siguro.
Ilagay mo sa akin. Excuse me. Baka lang sure, make sure ulit natin. Pero alam ko po kasi, usually sa code ng simulation,
Nagkakaano.
opo, kasi yung simulation dyan, pang ano lang din po talaga. Mga bang, say, hindi siya actual software na gets niya lahat ng code, may libraries. So yung
Pero
actual
yung
software mo,
simulation dito ba, ano yun? Dito sa client tumatakbo o sa
sa Tinkercad po sa client nila, sa servers.
server yan, di ba?
Opo.
So dapat kung ano yung tumatakbo sa kanila, tatakbo dito.
Pero kung alam ko po, wala, tawag dito. Hindi po pa kompleto yung libraries nila for the code. So, baka may nagagamit si AI na from a specific library.
Pero
Then-
simple lang kasi.
Opo, simple nga ba po.
Digital na.
Usapan ko. Okay. Saan ba? Copy. Ako every time ako sa magkaka-problem kami, pinakala naman din sa kanila. Tapos napipix din naman po. Mga 2 or 3.
Pwede kong gawin. Kasi ako ginagawa ko yun. Sa picturean mo yung code yan. Ito rin. Hindi yan mismo yung circuit mo. I-post mo sa ChatGPT.
So, sa ano po simulation? Kaso pag picture ko kasi, mas large share na response siya. Kumbaga yung
Kung kakainin yung
kakainin
token.
niyang response.
Gumana.
So, sa ano
Yung
po,
code mo.
yung code po na binigay ni AI, ibig sabihin, mayroong library talaga po na hindi nabasa ni Tinkercad. Pero pag sa actual software po, pag yan naman po ang pinis, automatic naman po gagana yung
Pag sa,
mismong component po.
sa ID na.
Pero for now, at least, yeah, kay sir, gumana naman. So, dapat po talaga mapagana din natin sa student. So, yun, kapag may cases na po na ganyan, kumbaga, pwede naman po kumbaga mag-transfer code na lang to that student. So, pwede nyo naman po, halimbawa, sa end ko, kasi
Paano nyo tinransfer sa kanya pala?
Messenger.
As a
Ay.
messenger.
wala sa isip ko. Pwede po pala ganito, sir. So, copy ko yung code ko dito. Then, picture card.
Sticker card po.
Opo.
Pasukin mo yung student.
Papasok niya sa studio.
Tapos doon mo na lang. Pero matagal yun.
Hindi po, mabilis lang din po. Kasi makukuha mo man po agad yung circuit nila. Picture card. Tapos,
Oops.
sorry.
Oopsie daisy.
Ano po.
Pwede mo rin nga
Pwede ko rin po ma-access.
mag-check na yan.
Ako gusto rin.
Talaga. Sige nga, pwede nga nung code.
Ayan, ito na po yung napisa.
Na hindi nakuha yun.
Kumbaga, ayun. Yan. Meron po kasi siyang isang statement na hindi po, hindi siya nabasa, hindi siya ma-identify yung paper card. So, may iba po pong tawag doon. Let's say, yung itong pong highlight na bayan eh. Yan. Baka siya consistent na library. So, mayroon siyang certain action po na kumbaga, yun yung gagawin niyang process. So, yung isa dun sa previews, ano may previews dito?
Wait.
Yung ba pag binago niya doon
Opo, magre-reflect din po. Halimbawa, nagbago ako ng wire dito, automatic magre-reflect po sa akin.
Yung input kanina, parang meron kasi din sa bagong code na may input code. Ayun na yung input dito. Ito yung old
Ito.
code. Ano, dun sa setup.
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 Here, no function. Yeah.
Ah.
Yung sa button 2, may input code up dun sa mas updated na code.
Naka-input. Hindi siya naka-output. Ay, hindi siya naka-input-output.
May parang lang. As in input _ pull up. Yun
Oo,
nakalagay.
nakula.
Hindi ko alam kung may
naka-pull up.
difference. Pero yun yung iba yun.
Yun yung
Yun
iba.
sa kanina. Ito yung kanina.
Pull up yung draw.
Hindi po. Baka hindi po siya ma-identify ng Tinkercad. Yun yung part na hindi ma-identify.
Sige. At least. Basta, ibig sabihin, pag nagkaroon ng ganung concern,
Opo.
pasukin na lang ni teacher sa ano.
Opo.
Tinkercad. Yes. Check yung code. Pero syempre, hindi pa naman kayo expected na alam nyo na yan. Pag may issue na ganyan.
So, tapos tayo sa first activity. So, yung next activity naman is graphic light. So, ano lang naman yung automation lang. So, walang interaction sa ibang components.
Bago-bago lang.
Oo. So, yan. Okay na yan. Since maayos naman po yung sa blinking, ito, most likely hindi na rin po magkakaproblema. So, yun na po ang ating session 2. So, lipat po tayo sa session 3. So, session 3 dito na po tayo magkakaroon ng mga components. Kasi sa una, button lang po ang introduce. Kasi, ano lang naman po yan eh. On and off lang din.
Concept lang ng control.
Opo. So dito, meron tayong mga few samples. So ito yung sample nila sir noon. So yun yung paggamit ng sensor. So, pag detect si sensor, mag-move yung robot na parang Roblox.
So basically, yung buttons nyo, pinalitan lang natin ng sensor. Tapos yung LEDs, ginawa lang natin mga motor, mga servo.
So ito naman, isa pong example, yung toll gate. So play po natin to sa kanila. So in this session, magkakaroon po tayo ng apps. actual. Required po magkaroon ng actual na activity, yung practical work nila.
So gagawa sila sa breadboard.
Opo. Prepare ka na sa servo motor, breadboard, tapos tatlong mail to female. Ano pala, mail to mail. Tapos apat na mail to female. Tapos isang bato. Bigyan mo lang pala ng dalawa pang mail. So, bale, 5 na. So after natin mapakita yan, discuss na natin yung mga components na magagamit throughout this session. So we have the sensors, so buttons and ultrasonics. So they are called sensors because it requires interaction. So si button kailangan i-press, si ultrasonic kailangan may dadaan sa harap niya. So yun yung mga interaction nila. So that's why they are called sensors. So, actuators, ito naman yung mga automated components. So, for them to work, they will just have to get a signal from the board. So, para mag-off. Gagamitin ko. Sige, prepare. Matalaw. Bigyan mo na lang kayo. Okay, so actuators, LED, the piezo buzzer. So, explain lang natin yung piezo buzzer acts like a parang speaker lang. So, it makes a sound. But the sound it makes is just a tone. So, hindi siya talaga mag-act as speaker. But for interpretation, servo motor, so, ayan ang ating first motor na i-produce na pwede nyo nang laruin. So, ang ating servo motor pala is up to 180 degrees lang yung turn niya. So, pag na-accidente po natin na-turn yan ng sobra, makapamasira yung gears. So, sensitive din po talaga. Okay, so, ito po yung magiging first activity ng session 3. Yung police siren. So, hindi na ito yung gagawin nila. Hindi na muna. So, ang gagawin po natin dito is yung ano na lang. Yung toll gate po. So, ito po. Simulation first. So, practice time simulation. Sige po. Let's try to break this circuit. Slide copyahin nyo lang po. Practice lang po. Kasi piezo buzzer po, isa-search lang po natin or scroll. Scroll down, pinaka.
Nag-ano siya.
Oo, lumabas na.
Oh, is you guys okay?
Yeah, she's fine. Gusto na figure out. Ito may mango pie.
Too messy for me.
At saka may coins kaya na. Wala pala akong coins. Wala akong
Yan
coins.
sa brown bag.
Okay na ba? Okay. So, after that, identify po muna ulit natin yung mga components. So, we have here a blue LED connected to pin 2, red LED connected to pin 3, push button connected to pin 4, and then a piezo buzzer connected to pin 5. So, repeat lang po ulit natin yung ating prompt structure. So, intro prompt. Okay. So, I am creating an Arduino circuit. Sige. With the following components. So, let's identify the components first. Then, what action do we want? So again, since hindi siya super specific, and we're using a piezo buzzer. So piezo buzzer has different tone levels. So matik na magkakaiba yung tones ng bawat code. But as long as it works, it's a police siren for them.
Sounds like a fun.
Where did that come from?
From the buzz.
Iba yung ano ko. Iba yung tunog. You can, ano po. So, if you don't like the tone po, pwede nyo naman po i-ask yung AI. So, sabihin mo, you can say, it does not sound like a police siren. So, I want you to make it sound like a police siren.
Ano ba police? Good at you.
Oh, oops.
You misclick.
Yep.
There. Yeah, ambulance.
Nice.
Ayaw mo.
Ayaw ulit. Ayaw ulit. Does not work. Ay, hindi nga pala siya. Kasi, ulit yung ulit. Ayun na. Ano kasi?
Parang iba lang yung model.
Ano? Ayan, gumana.
Yung pause siya.
Sige, try mo na ba yung ganito? Pwede mo nga dito. Nakakuha pa kayo.
Wala po. Try to eat. Ayaw na mag-close. Wala kayo.
Ayaw po.
Ayaw na lumabas na ako.
Ayaw po. Pangalawa na yun.
Mahina pa yung AI.
Yung input. In-add ko lang yung pull.
Pinalita mo ulit.
Nilagay ko lang yung input pull. Tapos,
Ngayon naman may pull up naman
baka
yan.
doon lang na.
Yun din yung difference ko.
Hindi, patay mo.
Eto. In-add ko lang siya.
Wala kasing hindi.
Kasi kanina naka-input lang. So, if input.
Okay, gets ko
Ayaw
na.
niya
Sa
na
button
Ano
state.
daw?
Sa button state. So, ang inisip niya ibang button yung gamit. So, usually may iba-ibang kinds of button na iba-iba yung current na kinukuha niya from the board. So, since naka-pull up yung code niya, so baka nga doon, ibang button yung required. So, once they finish this activity, this simulation, they are to do the actual here. So before doing the actual activity, they have to know how to put the code in the software and
Dun
then
sa ano na?
to the Arduino board.
ID.
Yes po. So, we have here the Arduino IDE. So, introduce po natin sila sa Arduino IDE software.
So makakapag-ID ba sila niya?
Sa Chromebook po hindi. So,
So talagang
so, short, ano lang po, kaya po na-miss yung idea about the Chromebook. So, basic lang po talaga kasi yung una.
Before mag-MM1.
Opo.
Magawa natin.
So, ano naman po yan, lahat naman po ng mga previous na nabigyan ng ano, i-discuss ko rin po kay sir about the changes na kailangan doon. Kasi, yun nga po, nung in-update ko po lahat nung sa MM1,
Hindi talaga pwede.
Hindi talaga po pwede. Hindi po talaga siya accessible. So, have to make amends for the laptops. So, sige po. Sir John, let's go to the Arduino IDE. Installed na siya dyan sa computer. Sige ma'am, ito. So, simple lang po. So, you copied the code already. Okay. So, first we delete the code again. First code in the software. Paste the code that we want to upload. So, now here, before uploading,
Oh, wait.
let's connect the board.
This is for the one I want to do. Let me just copy the original one.
So, at first, the software doesn't detect the board. So, we have to select the board. So, you see there, a select board.
Unknown.
Okay, no. So, in order to find our board, we go to select other boards and ports. So, and click that, select other boards and ports. And then, to make sure that this is the one connected, you have to make sure that there's the parenthesis USB indicated. So, first, we go search board Uno. Type Uno. We have to identify it as Arduino Uno.
Arduino Uno, this one?
Yes. And then select COM3 serial port USB. So the one connected, that is connected is always with the parenthesis USB. So after that, click OK.
Okay.
And there. Once it is in bold text, means it has detected the board. So once it detected the board, you can now upload the code. So here is the button for the upload.
Okay, so I just click upload.
Yeah, you click upload, then wait for it to compile the sketch. Once done compiling, it will upload. So now it's done uploading. So once we put the components for the siren, that will activate the siren. I think we have time naman. Sige. Okay, let's do the siren now. Sige.
Yung blue LED.
Buzzer,
Ito
LED, button.
Meron sila sir.
Yeah.
Kaya red LED. Okay.
Button. Yung lumang
Ano
button.
may yellow LED dito?
Dito po.
Or red?
Sige, ito na. Battery.
Yan ba?
Hmm?
Yellow.
Get the red.
Sige, ano yung button? May button pa dyan.
Ito meron din ito dito.
Hindi, ito mo pa.
Ayun
Naka-red
doon
mo.
yung nakalagay.
Button.
That's the button?
Sige po. Practicein nyo po mag-assemble.
Okay.
So, dito po tayo sa ating simulation. Then we just copy the simulation. Laki.
Let me just,
Sir, ay signal po tayo. para may copy kayo ng video.
Unang kalimutan.
Ito po pala.
Sabi, ginagawa pa yan.
Okay, so since in the actual we don't have unlimited colors of wire, so that's why we have to practice color coding in the simulation because for in the actual determine what wires use which components. So in session 1 and 2, you can have them play with the simulation. So have them connect components and such.
I think these are just like connectors.
Ito yata yun.
Are you sure these things don't have like a?
Iba yata yun.
Right.
Are these different? Are these supposed to be like this? You don't have connecting.
Iba yata yung
Ports.
wire niya.
Mail to mail.
Yeah.
Baka ito.
I need
Mail
mail
to
to mail. These will do. Number 2.
Ma'am, pwede rin po kayo mag-try. Kasi meron din po dito ng Red Bull siya.
Oo, kahit assemble nyo lang. Tapos
Assemble.
mamaya, i-load na lang yung code dyan. Pero at least may assemble nyo na yung bread.
Kompleto na rin.
Oh wait. Do I need resistors or is that not necessary?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
because these LEDs are rated for 5 volts. But for application, you can use it for the students.
Okay.
So kahit yung resistors, for save nyo na lang po for the students.
Okay.
So at the session 3 and 4, tama ba?
Opo, session 3 and 4. So itong pinag-discuss pa lang po natin is just session 3.
All 3 pa lang.
Dahil sa session 4 po, medyo matatagal na po ang session 4. Dahil yun na po yung magkoconsist ng lahat ng components
Yun
of
na nga
that
yung
activity.
gagawin.
So pagsasama-samahin ako. So nagkaroon din po ng changes for the MM1. So we have updated it, improved it. So sa slides po, yun po, yung process po po yung slides. Pero initially, may breakdown na po ng simulation. And then, sa actual work naman po kasi, practical is mangyayari sa session 6. Pero dito po, simulation po, na kailangan same output po sila sa una, yung movement ng mga components. Then, you can have a practical activity that I will create how.
Yeah.
I-ano ko na lang po, update ko na lang din.
Oh dear.
Pero yung previous naman po kasi successful din naman po yung ilang students sa amin.
So just
So kahit medyo parang direct po kasi nangyari, direct approach na siguro po kasi. Kaya po nag-release din po
button ko na
sa
isa. Asan po yung
Yun naman po, tinagap din naman po. Kita rin naman po namin na makaka po sa ibang student, hindi nila basta mag-grasp yung idea. So yun po, may additional changes.
So, parang mas gradual.
Opo. Kaya kailangan po kami ng conventional learning para sa una, iisa lang po muna yung output nila, then susunod, magkakaiba po. Wala pong magtatanggol sa halimbawa. Sa akin, hindi yung mga sa
Wala siya.
So, pag hindi gumana, ibig sabihin po, may
Batas po.
Ay, meron pala.
Sisi lang po yung process na gagawin.
okay. I think that's seems about right. I think so. I think this is fine.
It's okay na?
I think so.
Actually, you can pull out the ones you're not gonna use.
Yung mga spear.
Yeah.
Okay, thank goodness. Okay.
So don't worry if they got separated.
Hmm.
They still have separate connections.
Okay, so I think that's
I haven't connected the ground yet. You need a ground connection.
oh, okay.
So each component must be connected to ground. So a reminder lang, tawag po natin sa terminals dito is yung positive terminal, negative terminal. So yung positive terminal is for the power pins. And then yung negative terminal is for the ground pins. And then yung nasa loob po for the components connection.
Okay. Okay. Okay, got it now.
Okay. Let's try. Eyeballs right.
Mm-hmm.
Naload na ba yun?
Niload na ba yung movies?
Ito ba yan? Pins here. Ground pins as well. Let me check that out. Okay. Looking at ground pins here. And this button is connected.
Yan, resist ba?
No, apparently not.
Actually, ito po, 5 volts per yung rating.
Yung LED niya?
Yes po.
Okay.
But even without the LED, the buzzer, the button must work. Wait, it's not connected.
Right.
So, connect the ground first, so we can identify if the. We need more. For what?
Pwedeng loadan nyo na yan dito.
Dito na lang.
Uno.
Sorry, pwede kong kumuha ng
Go. Once naka-bold text na we can upload.
Hindi pa naka-upload.
Hindi pa siya naka-upload na.
Okay.
Dave.
Wait. Ayan, tanong ko.
Okay, so these are grounded now.
Wala pang pangalan.
Moment of truth.
Ayun. Tawag.
Didn't put them in the right spot.
5 volts. Ayun. Saan niya? 5 volts. Wrong battery connections. Oh my god.
Oh. What do you
Ay, yung ano,
Ooh.
polarity lang.
Oops.
I think it's low voltage.
Pero yung kay, ano, gumana na. Walang blue.
There.
Ayun, bro. There you go.
So since you didn't have a toggle, program it.
Alright.
Oh, so we actually have a toggle. So yung iba po walang toggle.
You have
So
to
you
press
really
it.
have to be specific with the output you want.
Oh.
Okay. So next one, for the next activity, we will be discussing the ultrasonic sensor, how it works. So since we also have students that are 69 years old, so we can skip the detailed part of the explanation. So let's just say the ultrasonic sensor uses sound to detect an object. So let's, for example, say my cell phone produces a sound. So when I put an object in front of it, the sound bounces back to the sensor and then receives the signal. So whenever it receives a signal, it determines the distance. So that's just for the simple explanation for this. So in here we have a demonstration of how it really works. So let's just specify the kind of ultrasonic that we have. So dyan isa po. So what the ultrasonic that we're going to use is the HCSR SR04. So this kind of ultrasonic has 4 pins. Meron pa tayong isang pang ultrasonic that has 3 pins. But in this case, this is the more accurate one the 4-pin ultrasonic sensor. Why? Because it already has a separate pin for the sound producing of sound and a separate pin for the receiving the sound. So, ayan po, makikita po natin dito. You can see here, ground pin, then on the middle there's two that is called echo and trig pin. So, yung echo and trig pin, yun po yung connected sa ating data. So, we are going to connect the echo and trig pin to the digital pins.
Echo.
Yung
Then the
pinaka-switch.
VCC, it stands for the voltage. So, yun yung ating power. Okay, so next, once we explain what the ultrasonic is, we will introduce the activity, the toll gauge session, the toll gauge simulation. Okay. So, yun din naman po yung ating pinakita sa unang video. But for alternative purposes, let's say we don't have an actual toll gauge reference, we can use this the ones provided in the servo motor, this one. So each pack of the servo motor has this brackets. This, we call this. Yeah. So we can use this to act as a toll gate, or we can print our own, put
Popsicle
something,
stick or-
or a popsicle stick, yes. Okay, so let's first try to create our simulation. So here, this will be one of the critical discussions because we are supposed to guide them or let them follow you on the process of making this circuit. So we only have two components, but we are going to use 3 pins. Okay. So let's just I'll have you copy this circuit. Sige, pwede nyo i-record. You can create another circuit. Or delete all. Okay, Control A and delete. So you don't actually have to use.
Wait.
So
It's just the ultrasonic.
since it's not in the basic library, we have to search for the ultrasonic. Search ultrasonic here.
Found it.
search for ultrasonic, and get the 4 pin. This one.
Saan sa switch?
Ayun po, sa search tab po. Ultrasonic, then other components. Ayan.
Hindi pa.
Hindi po yan. 4 pin po ang gamit.
Ano nangyayari?
Okay, for the rotation, maayos yung ating components. So, click the component that we want to rotate. Then we have this rotate button. So, yung rotation niya is just clockwise. So, want to put it back. Yun po sa pin. So,
Dapat di ka ganun.
kahit hindi po. Hindi naman.
Dito.
Pero po sa pagtuturo po natin, we need to be, ano po talaga.
Okay, so very good.
So, pwede naman po. Tapos,
Ano?
ground po. Ay, tama po. So,
Nandun pa rin ito. Sige, ayos na.
for future, ano po kasi ano po. So, sa battery po, fixed na po talaga na red and black. Kahit direction na po. Basta magkaiba yung code. Para ma-identify nyo ba ng mas maganda. tried doing the actual.
Hmm?
And then continue doing the actual toll gate simulation.
Oh.
Yeah. Sige. Para hindi tayo mahirapan for the toll gate, pwede po natin siya ilagay dito sa board. Disconnected there. Then we put the servo here. So, you adjust the circuits.
Gumana na sa simulation.
Not yet.
Okay na po sa inyo. So, continue po tayo sa pagkuha ng code. Okay, you can try using this prompt.
That helps a lot. Paste. Oh, right, because it's a sound thing, so.
Ano na po ba?
Sir, yung mga...
Ay.
Oh, wait. Email wires, I believe.
No, you can put it as...
Oh, I can just pull it out. Okay.
Ay, broke na wire.
The
No.
sensor.
The
Ah, no, wait.
female.
Wait, what? You can connect
You
it
can
here.
put it on the breadboard.
You can put it here. Then, since everything on these terminals are interconnected,
Ah, okay then. So I can change.
Like for the...
Yung
big
bigger.
Two. Circle echo. 3.
may code. Okay. For a while. So, explain ko lang po yung sa servo motor. Sir John?
E.
Okay, for a while. So, sa slides natin, hindi po naka-indicate about yung information about this servo motor. So, our servo motor also have their designated pins. So, ito po here, the brown pin, the brown wire is for the ground.
Okay.
The red wire is for the power. And then the yellow or orange wire is for the data signal.
Okay. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. There. Finally.
Yung sa block hindi ko kasi
Parang may leak eh.
Pwede tayo i-put it on glass.
Ground is ground.
mag-try mo i-clip yan.
Ay, automatic siya. Wala na.
Oo, kasi
Itong servo na positional o continuous?
Ah,
Positional lang to eh.
Magre-reposition po siya once na connected sa battery. So,
Ano yung type niya dito?
ayun type po, positional.
Positional. Ito yung sinasabi mo 180 lang.
Opo, 180 lang po. 180 degrees.
Oh.
Pero pwede,
Hindi yung in-order.
pwede natin palitan yung mas
Ano ba
okay.
in-order mo sa 360 o ano yun?
Hindi. Wala. Naka ano lang.
Mas maganda
Nakalagay lang kasi
continuous.
servo motor.
Ah.
SG90. Pero, konti lang yung difference ng continuous. So, papalitan natin lahat ng continuous yung susunod.
Sample na pala.
Kala ko di ka nabigyan.
Load.
Sana. 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 Hindi siya punta.
Okay.
Ano lang gano'n. Okay, bago mo siya idikit pala, kasi mataturn mo yan pag gano'n. Bago mo siya idikit pala, ilagay mo muna yung battery.
Hello.
Hindi pwede yan, kasi ano yan, alam mo yung angle.
Oh, wait.
Or maybe it's always detected.
20 cm? Ay, 20 mm? Ay, 20 cm.
Maybe you have
Wait, was I supposed to like clear out the thing from here?
Yeah, you have to paste the new code.
Yeah, I pasted the new code, but
This
like,
is the...
yeah, this is.
Okay. Let's... So it's not spinning it.
At least I don't.
Oh, you
I
have
think yung number.
Wait, I think...
Wait, depende kasi
Did you-
kung ano yung ganon. Kasi yung sa
Oo.
example, it's 235.
Yeah, you didn't indicate the...
Whoops.
Ah, you copied this pins here.
Ah.
So here it's 768.
Let's change the pins.
In 5. Okay. In 5. 3. 2. Oh, so that I'm gonna have to like put that for now. Copy code. Oh wait.
Wait po, sir. Ah, sir.
Acceleration.
Na-mention ko po. Di ba po itong ating ultrasonic? So, yung 4-pin po dapat.
Yeah, you know what? That's
Yeah,
So,
you
great.
can
search
compare
na po
with the
natin
real
yung
thing.
ultrasonic. Lalabas na po yung ayan, yung other components.
Let's go here. And I
Yan po yung ating
gotta
ultrasonic.
email thing.
4 pins po.
H, okay.
SR04.
So kailangan mag-trigger ka muna.
Yes po. So,
Tapos ang data mo na sa H.
Or, so,
po, sir.
and then upload. Do I have to press verify, by the way?
You don't have to. Because it will, the compiling means it's verifying it.
Oh, okay, so I can just
You uploaded it. Have you uploaded it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's working.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you stop. You stop first. Okay.
Yun.
There. Okay.
Oo.
Baka mali.
So,
Ay, wala pang battery.
when doing this class, you can be creative, make an actual toll gate for references.
Very neat. Just gonna unplug that for now. I'll be right back. Just gonna use the bathroom again.
Yung gitna yun.
Red. Yung red yun. 5. 5. Ayan. Yung orange dito. Ayun.
Red na sa bottom. Ayun.
Okay na?
Ayun.
Parang orange. Orange dito. Okay na yung brown.
Ate. Ay, yung orange.
Bali yung
Ano ulit yung colors?
Okay, so brown is for the ground, red for the power, then
Ayun.
parang nakabalik ko.
Yeah.
Ito. Yan. Tapos yung green na po dito. Kasi orange. Orange
Wait,
na orange. Ito.
Ayun.
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 Ayan. Nakabalik ko.
Ano ba ito? Sound? Sound ba ito?
Sa nagsisensor.
so sound siya, so
Sound.
it makes ultrasonic waves, sounds. So continue siya nagpo-produce ng sound, tapos once na nag-bounce back ng ultrasonic waves, so hindi niya kaya yung actual na mabilis na. Hindi, may detected na siya. May na-detect. This is for example. So, meron namang mga distance sensor na mas upgrade pa siya. But for now, for learning purposes, we're using ultrasonic. And mas mahal din po kasi ibang mga distance sensors. So, yung medyo common po for mga prototypes is yung IR sensor, yung infrared. So, mga around isa doon is 300, 400 na rin. Okay. So, for session 3, required lang talaga nilang, the only required activity to be conducted is this toll gate session. So, we don't have to actually have them do a practical work of the siren. The important one here is the use of the ultrasonic and the servo motor. Because that will be used for the
Dun sa...
main project of this course. So, in short, we will have discussions for session 3 for the simulation of the siren, and then uploading the code to the Arduino, and then after that we can do the toll gate session already, the toll gate simulation, and then have them do the practical. So once they finish doing the toll gate session, toll gate simulation, you can add additional activities like the siren, have them make that one, or let them play with the prompts if you have time. So all sessions for MM1 may consist of 1.5 up to 2 hours. So depending on the pickup of the student. Okay, so after session 3 we have session 4. So for session 4, we will be now introducing this guy. So we will explain to them that we are going to make the circuit for this robot. So initially, this is the first rundown of the session 4. So in here, we will be separating each part for the slides, so you can guide them. So halimbawa, you still haven't memorized how to do the step-by-step of this one. You can use the slides and then create it one by one on the simulation. I still have to edit this one. So after that, we will have this more specific prompt to use all of the components. So go ahead, sir.
I don't remember. Sa actual.
So, sige, skip muna po natin. So, the whole session 4 will be us teaching them or guiding them in doing this circuit. So, after doing this circuit, they will have the same prompt that will be used for practice. And then, once they all get the same output, they can change the output. They can change the output that they want. So, for example, the other kid wants that when the ultrasonic sensor detects an object, his hands will do a mining action. Or the one with walking, or the one with turning the head. So that depends on their idea. But here, in the first activity, let's have them do the circuit, then make a simulation with the same output. So we'll update this. So same process with getting the code, then paste the code in the simulation. So this is the sample of the simulation for the Minecraft. Here we have the complete code already. So now it already has its sequence, code sequence. Then the head will turn and continue. When the ultrasonic detects an object within the set distance, it will do a handshake. So that's the program for this sample. But for conventional and more specific use, I will provide a more simpler action for them.
Tapos sa kanila nila i-tweak yung prompt
Yes.
para
For their own
customize ng galaw.
customizations. Okay, so let's proceed to session 5. So here in session 5, this will be the time where they have to do their design. So what they will be designing are only the arms, legs, and head. So these parts. So yeah. So in our franchise instructor shared files, I have provided so I have already provided this one. So this will be the limit of the sizes, so it won't look awkward for them. But if they didn't follow the sizes, you can just adjust it. So our job as instructors, we will be adjusting the sizes as well, depending on if we need to. So for example here, we have a limit of 30 by 30 and then 120 as height. Then 50 by 50 and 120 as height.
Bali legs yun, tsaka arm yan.
Yes po, pareho po sila. So arms and legs. So arms can be the same as the legs. So sila na po bahala kung paano mag-design, kung paano magbuwang ang legs. They can split objects, they can put objects together. So this will just be the limit. So we have prepared the slides here. So for students like to read this one, or you can just explain them. You can just explain it to them directly. So I'll show you some samples of the previous students. So here we have Sam, our first graduate. So what she did here is simple. What she did here is she added multiple objects to make a face overall. So our job as instructors will be We'll be trying to lessen the print material we're going to use. So here, this has supposed to be a hole. So we made this hollowed already before printing. Then separate the objects. So in the printing, sa slicing,
Sa bahay. Sa bahay.
Separate picture.
yes po. So before printing them, we have to identify which color is which. So I didn't follow every color here. So I made her choose 3 colors to use, or 4. You can have them choose 3 or 4, so you'll have time to print them all. So now this. So, for example, we have already sliced this one. So, lahat po yan adjusted. So, kita nyo po yung object na to. Dito, buo siya. So our job is to make it a flat one. So how to make it flat? So we will have to be creative and make a solution for this one. So let's say I copied. Let's say I copied both of these objects. So I copied two of these objects. So in order to get the actual size, I'll make this a whole. Then group it flat. So just have to rotate it. Or not. Kasi we have the, so in the slicer, for example, if we export this, for exporting pala, we should change the name of the file every time na mag-export tayo ng separate objects. So let's say here's exported STL, and once we bring it here, ears. So you see here it's still floating, but once we click this pick bottom, it will automatically pick the most flat surface that would not require a support. So you can also do this. You can also use this tool if you think the software didn't detect the most flat surface or most viable surface. For that, you can select a surface that you think is more flat. So this tool, lay on face. So to make things hollow, for example, you don't want to change the actual object. For example, we separated this one. So you just copy the same object and make it smaller. So here, let's say we wanted the thickness to be 2 millimeters. So how is that? So we adjust the size to, let's say it's from 70, we make it 66. So on this side, on the left side, we'll be having 2 millimeters, and then the other side 2 millimeters as well. And on the upper and the bottom part, same. 66 there. Now for the base plate, since we want to have 2 millimeters, we only have to deduct 2 millimeters in the actual size to make it hollow. So after that, we adjust the size, we align this one, or you can make it a hole already. Then align. Align it to the middle. And then group it. And you can see here, hollow. So that's just an example on how to make your prints lesser. Your print materials. But we have a limit naman for printing our students' project. So we have at least 200 grams to be used for each student.
At least.
Yes, that is that's the maximum na po. 200 grams po. Usually ang prints naman po ng student is hanggang 150 lang po.
Yan baong yan. Pag
Ito po,
Yung body is 160.
hindi natin, yung body po is kasama na po sa quotation ng kits.
So hindi nakasama.
So hindi po siya kasama sa quotation
200 gram.
ng babayaran per session.
Pakita mo sa slides.
yung body.
Example.
So yung buo na, halimbawa, head, arms, and legs, kailangan 200 grams lang.
Yes.
Although pwede naman siguro sisingilin na lang nila kung bawa mas
Depende po sa
malaki yung gusto nila.
Since ito po, medyo madami po talaga yung po.
230 na yun.
230. Pero yung previous prints po ng iba sa bata.
Okay,
Dapat pwede rin po natin increase kasi nasa atin din naman po yung
yung kay Sam.
Ang tinang yung kay Sam.
O kasi yung arms niya, triangle lang.
Tsaka
Parang
yung legs niya, pinalit niya. So lesser prints. So the whole duration of session 5, they will be creating their project. So pakita pa natin isa-isa. So hindi lang po bata yung student natin. So meron po tayong mga high school din na magka-college na rin. So may mga design po talaga silang mas creative na. Yan lang po yung medyo magiging challenge kapag medyo creative na yung bata. So, ano naman po? So, discretion nyo po kung hindi nyo po i-edit siya ng for lesser prints. So, pwede naman po ang gawin is yung print settings natin. So, sa print settings po natin, we can change the quality and the strength. Pero pinaka-ano na po talaga is 5%. So, nakatunan naman po yung wall loops, pero usually 3 po yung nilagamit namin. Then, for example, halimbawa po, meron po kayong multiple tubes. Yung white tube ng ating, since multiple colored po kasi yung ibang yung sa iba, pwede po tayo mag-add ng mga tubes dito. So, kailangan lang po natin ng tubes nito na binibili lang din po for this one. So, may settings din po sa Bamboo Lab Slicer na for multicolored prints.
pero hindi pa using AMS.
Po?
Hindi pa AMS yun.
AMS po.
Ano lang yun, kumbaga manual kang mag-switch.
Hindi po. Ano na po, automatic na po siya mag-switch.
May AMS ka na dapat.
Yan, so nakakamot sila sir. May bumble pa yun sir sa bahay.
Hindi pa AMS. Pero para kung bumili nga na isang AMS parang may isang bigod. Pero dadalhin ko rin yung starboard ko dito. Para pagkayo.
So, yan naman po. So, edit lang talaga. So, session 5. So, pwede po natin silang bigyan ng time to finish it. So, pero kailangan po talagang matapos sila within the 2 hours. Kung hindi naman po, mag-set po kayo ng time for them to finish it at home.
Tapos i-print ko na lang.
i-print po nila. Pero, make sure po natin, pag select po natin yung time, is kaya po natin siya i-print before their next session. So, let's say, Saturday po. Saturday natapos yung bata pero hindi niya pa po natatapos yung design. So, let's say, I'll give him 2 or 3 more days. So, within the 3rd day, finish or not, we will adjust the file
I-print
already.
natin.
Then, i-print na po. So, after session 5, we have session 6 na po. So, this is where we will guide them on how to connect the electronics inside the body.
Pero yan, di ba, bubuin muna nila sa labas. Breadboard, gano'n.
Ito po muna ang body. Hindi na po bubuin sa labas.
Diyan na kaagad.
Opo. Kasi
Pero isi-simulate muna nila.
simulate po muna. Kumbaga yung simulation po talaga is
Yun na
nangyari na sa session 4.
Ito mismo, yung circuit na yan.
Yes po. So yung nasa session 4 po, at na rin po yung simulation nila. Yan na din po ang gagamitin. Kasi hindi po talaga aabot kahit within 2 hours. Lalo na po pag bata. Pero kung medyo...
So after ma-print, sila mag-assemble yung mga electronics.
Yes po. So, i-guide lang po natin sila on how to assemble it. So, dito, meron na naman tayong explanation on how to place them. Pero, mas maganda po kung sa ulo na rin po natin, mas madali po natin may tuturo sa ano yung yan ba?
Assemble po.
Kailangan din yung
Good. I'm not kind of hard. They're kind of messy.
It's Monday.
kaya hindi pa.
Too messy for me.
Yan pala permanent. Ginamit na pala.
Pwede yan ang gamitin sila, sir. Yung isa is ikaw mama.
Hindi, isang body lang.
Hindi, yung isa yung
Clear po. Okay lang.
Yung body kasama na sa kit.
Ito may nakalang ako. Ay, ayos na pala. Ginagamit
gamitin
mo.
mo kayo.
Linya. So yung Arduino na kasama dyan, naka-load na yan.
Ano po nakaload?
Yung Arduino dyan.
Opo, sa kit. So, bawat kit po, meron na po ang laman po ay so, meron tayong Arduino Uno, tatlong servo G90, ultrasonic, HCSR04, push button, piezo buzzer, resistors. Yung LEDs po, dinagdagan po namin ng ibang colors din. So, bali 10 LEDs na po yung mga susunod na ilumina.
Pero nga yung Arduino niyan, naka-program na.
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
Sila po
load pa rin.
mag-program. Sa sample lang po yung naka-program.
Ito dahil ng mga nakatapos na ngayon.
Pa.
Yung mga nakagawa na, paano nila pinogram yun? Kung Chromebook din ba yung gamit nila?
Meron po kasi yung mga extra ducted po.
So parang turn-turn na lang.
Turn lang po. Pero hindi ganun po kasi nagsasabay yung ibang students namin kasi may iba pong students din na prefer mag-solo. So since may time pa naman po kami to do solo classes, we conduct those solo classes.
So like the one,
Opo.
Sample na.
Labo. Last na naman yan, ano? Okay.
Hindi ko ididikit. Pwede na, hindi ko ididikit.
Still. You know, I'm starting to really feel like.
Saan yung isa?
Isa.
Yan, yan.
Ay,
Oh.
isa.
No, just yoink all that. Don't forget this then.
Yun yung isang packet.
Oh. LEDs, diodes.
Lagay mo na siya. Plastic.
Dump, 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 dump.
Kuha na lang kayo.
Here.
And also this one.
Working weight na lang.
Yep.
So before having the having them start the electronic circuits, we should upload their code already.
Mm-hmm.
Sige po.
Pwede po yung
for actual.
Wait lang, Sir Jor.
Tapos, sige, dito na lang po tayo. Pwede rin po dito isa. So, first step natin ito is to prepare the components for connection. So, una po natin i-prepare is yung ating servo motors. So, servo motors. Ang i-connect lang po natin sa ating servo motors are the ground and the power pins. Why? Because what we're going to prepare for the data pins will be placed here already under the early. So, let's say, so which pins are we going to use? We're going to use the male-to-male. So these are the male-to-male pins, the one with both ends. So let's say, still brown and red. So servo motors must have their own ground and power. For example, we don't have for example, if we don't have the same colors for the pins, we just have to determine what color we're going to use. So let's say I'm using purple for the ground here, and blue for the power. And green for the data. So I will set this aside. So say this is for the left arm. Then head. This is the third color. And let's try to find another box. Let's see. So, let's switch it so you can easily identify which components are for the parts. So let's say I'll mix my head, the orange pin, the orange one, green for the arms. So I'll connect this. So purple to ground, then blue to red. So now we finished preparing the servo motors. Next, we just set aside this, the ultrasonic sensor. Next, we prepare the buzzer. So in preparing the buzzer, you have to identify which is the positive pin and the negative pin. So we have here on top an indication of whether it's positive or negative. So medyo maliit lang po. So this is the positive pin, this is the negative pin. What we're going to connect is the negative pin. So let's say I have black here for my negative pin. Then white will be my buzzer. So this is my buzzer. The next, let's prepare our LEDs. So let's say blue. blue, then red. So blue will also be connected with the ground pin first.
Mm.
So most of the components will only be connected with the ground pin
Mm.
at first. So I will now set aside the blue here, and then red, ground. So we have to be careful when putting the pins, especially in the LED,
Mm.
because LED pins are easy to break.
Mm.
So we just twist and turn, and we got it. So now we have prepared the LEDs. Now what we're going to prepare is our Arduino board. So since we already determined our arms, so the right arm will be 2. We're just going to copy the simulation. So the right arm will be 2. My head will be 3. My left arm will be 4. Then buzzer, that's to pin 8. Then red LED connected to pin 12. And ULD connected to 13. Next is our pins here for the ultrasonic. So what we're going to use also is this, the male to female. Male to female.
Mm.
So let's say my trig pin for pin 10, and then my echo for pin 0. So once we finish this, we're ready to put it together. Set aside. So servo motors, our ultrasonic, the buzzer, the LEDs, and the Arduino board and the breadboard. So our first step in assembling it will be putting the Arduino board on its designated place. So the designated place is this left side of the body inside. So we will carefully snap it there. The next step will be adding the breadboard. So breadboard
Goes at the bottom.
goes at the bottom. So it doesn't really matter if it's the other side.
Mm.
Hindi na i-stick ano.
Hindi na po kailangan i-stick.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So next part is we're going to install the ultrasonic.
Mm-hmm.
So when installing the ultrasonic, we are going to pull their pins. So this is the pins for the ultrasonic. So we already identified it.
Yellow, orange.
Then we put this inside. This 3 pins here. So the connection for the servo motors will be separated here below, and the remaining connections will be under the ultrasonic. So when placing the ultrasonic, we will place the pins facing the Arduino board. For a while. Oh, okay. let's just use the other ultrasonic. Why is that different? Iba po yung nabigay sa akin. Tingnan lang po. So after putting the ultrasonic there, place the appropriate pins. So our orange pin is connected to pin 10, then connected to trig pin. So connect to trig pin. Then the yellow wire connected to pin 11 to the connections that we're going to do is the ground and VCC tower. First ground. There. And sit here. Then after that, we place the power pin. So this will be the challenge of each students.
Ay, pagbata, mahirapan.
So usually we take 1 hour at
Para sample.
mostly 1 hour for them to assemble. After that, since our ultrasonic is rated up to 5 volts only, we will directly put it into 5 volts. So 5 volts is the 4th pin above this power pin. So after installing the ultrasonic, now place this buzzer. So buzzer over here. Since the buzzer doesn't snap fit, we'll apply hot glue. So we will not apply the hot glue in front, since it will enter the pathway of the tone. So we're going to put hot glue around it. So we are the ones who are going to place it with hot glue. So after that, you can leave the ground pin at first, because there will be more problems with this when installing it. So after that, install the LED wires, the LED pins. So installing this, we're just applying a drop of hot glue. And put it as fast as possible. Press it. For a while. Okay. For that, the other LED. Okay. So next, after installing the LED, we can connect the appropriate pins for them. So like for my blue LED. We connect the anode. This anode of red LED. Red wire. There. Okay.
Binet mo na rin.
Yes. Bend it for that purpose. So after that, we will now install the servo motors. So when installing the servo motors, we have created a bracket here inside. So we just have to slide it in. So once we slide it in, and there. Fits.
Hindi na hot glue yan.
Hindi na to kailangan hot glue. When we're trying to fix something, just bend the bracket. But once the students fit, it won't budge in. So in order to minimize the space inside, I do this. I tangle this wire here and set it aside at the back, just to minimize the space. And after that, when connecting the servo motors, we connect the designated pins. So here, this connected to pin 4. So that is the left hand, the left arm connected. After connecting it, again, now place the ground and power pins. So here I made the violet as ground pin and then blue as the positive pin. So now set this aside. There. So next we have the servo motor for the head. So same process, just snap it in. There. And tighten it for minimizing space.
Okay.
Back. Same process. The pin, designated pin. In. Connect the appropriate pins. So brown for the negative and red for the positive. And now connect this one here. Sorry. To the negative. So the remaining wires for the other LEDs are the negative pins.
Mga ground.
Ground na lang. And after that, let's place this first. Our left arm. Ay, right po pala.
Right.
Sorry, sir.
We all get confused sometimes.
And identify which pin is connected to. Violet for ground, blue for power, and
You have to plug in the
Data.
there. Now for the remaining ground.
Okay.
So once it's done, let's check.
Yeah.
We connected it properly.
Moment of truth.
So it's still detecting something. For a while. Sorry. Last part. You have to connect the power pins and the ground pins for the other components. What we only connected is power for the
For Arduino.
for the ultrasonic.
The ultrasonic. Pinakapit natin yung ano, yung sa...
So
Yep.
here. So we have here, we are going to use the VIN pin and the ground pin.
Yun yung punta sa servo.
Papalagay
arm.
sa terminal.
Sa terminal nga naman.
Forgot. Okay. So VIN pin will be the yellow pin. Let's put ground first. So ground.
Vin. Terminal media.
Baliktad.
Don't do what I did. Try a new slot maybe. They seem to be tight on other spots just because. Okay. Now let's do the moment of truth.
Yung.
Perfect. Okay. So in order to identify if they're aligned already, so before that, we put this first. So these are the plates. So
Okay.
the ones to be attached for the body parts. So in each servo motor, in each servo motor pack, they have the smallest screw in their packs. This screw. So we are going to put it for them. First, put this here. Just fit it in. There. Attach. Next. So, for it to be aligned, just plug in the battery ones. And there. Plug and pull.
Ano lang, saglit lang. Paano mo malalaman na enough lang mag-pull?
So, for example, that is aligned.
Ito, sir.
Yung konting galaw.
Kumbaga, that will be the startup of the...
Okay.
Ito, sir. Wala rin. Nakataas pa yung kamay.
So, plug and pull.
Good.
Makikita po siya. So, before adding hot glue and using body parts,
Dapat i-ganun mo
dapat alam.
para otherwise mahirap nang galawin.
Same na rin po siya.
Mahina lang yung basa niya.
Malayo po yung basa niya. Naka-50 po. Napundi ata yung isang LED.
Hindi, nag-blue. Ay, hindi ba?
Ito po.
Not sure.
Ito po. Dapat po mag-click din sa sequence. Hindi po siya mag-click. Anyway,
Walang resistor.
hindi mo po kailangan. So, that's for demo.
Yep.
So far sa MM1, session 6 or last session. So we usually consume the 2 hours. So hindi na po talaga matagal because we also have the graduation, a short interview, and an interview with the parents as well. So after that, I'll explain the MM2 and MPC proper.
Or overview na lang.
Overview.
Hindi pa final yun eh.
Opo, hindi pa po sa okay, MM2 po, in process na po yung final project, then release na lang po ako ng slides as well. So, this will be the MM2. So, MM2 will focus on more about slicing and operating the 3D printer.
Okay.
So, they will still have a project related to robotics, but the target here is for them to master the slicing process and the printing process. So, here,
Hindi na rin modeling. Hindi na sa
may
Tinkercad.
modeling din po sa Tinkercad. Tinkercad pa rin po kasi hindi pa po talaga...
Pero mas advanced na. Ng konti.
Kumbaga, yung magkakaroon po sila ng insight on how to use them more. So, yun po yung dinedevelop po sa ating session 2, yung ating modeling.
Yeah.
So, hindi pa po naman siya final. So, here we have introduction to 3D printing. So, we only have a short video kasi previously na naman na sa basic, we already showed a few applications. So, here, what is 3D printing? So, play lang po natin yan. It's just a 1-minute video. Short explanation of layering or adding materials to one another. So, dito lang naman po, we're just going to explain them or show a demonstration of, say, for example, a stack of paper. you stack them together, that's layering. Or maybe blocks, Lego bricks, something like that. We will discuss about the parts, the main components of the 3D printers. We have here the extruder, the print bed, control system, then types of 3D printers. So we have the FDM that we already have, SLA, that's the lithography, and SLS, laser sintering. So filaments, we have PLA, ABS, PETG for example. So we can also avail these kinds of filaments depending on the purpose of the design. So PETG for, let's say, food safety. If we want to pack foods with a designed container, we use PETG. ABS for stronger material. So we also have different kinds of more filaments, but we are only discussing this surface level of 3D printing. So after that, we have the section 2 for modeling. So modeling will consist of the detailed instructions on each tool. So we have here some words that young learners can understand. So what it's like, imagine a flat table where you build all your toys. Does gives you a place to start building things, and you can change where the table is to build in different spots. So ganun lang din po sa iba. So basic words that kids can understand as well. So there's also notes on how to use it. Then we are going to work with primitive shapes. So this is just an example activity. There will be another added activity. So this we'll be explaining it in detail. So design what this is the design that we want, but we want the spheres to act as wheels. Here, we will show them the purpose of the hole. So we're making a hole like that. Then we're also making holes for the sphere to act as wheels. Then a cylinder to act as the axle of the wheels. We're ready for slicing and file formats. And that's the end of the session 2. Because in session 3, we will be discussing the slicing. So session 3, slicing. This is where we will learn what slicing means. So slicing means it's like
So when you're getting into 3D printing, some things can be a little bit confusing, like terminology. Let's take slicing for example. Imagine this banana is in the computer and you want to turn it into a physical thing. You have to convert this into something that the 3D printer can understand. And that process is known as slicing. So the computer now has this banana, it analyzes the object, and then slices it into pieces. The software then works out how to tell the 3D printer to move to recreate this slice, and it repeats this over and over again until we have a physical object. Now you know what slicing is. What are you going to do today?
So basic explanation of slicing. You can also do a demo here in your physical lab. So parts of the slicing. So some branches have the reality KP. So what we have here now is the bamboo lab A1. So here we have the detailed explanation that kids can also understand. Now, that's all for session 2. Because in session 4, we will be applying different robotic components for surface level of understanding robotics. So there will be other components, but it will be easier to assemble
Easier.
than MM1.
Talaga.
Opo. Kasi ang idea na po sa
Pero
sa
hindi pa
MM
natin na-identify kung ano yung magiging project.
meron na po akong idea for the project. So ang magiging discussion na lang po kasi namin for that project is the costing. So for costing na kits. So baka po kasi mabago kapag medyo since ang gusto rin po natin for every course nagla-level up ang students.
Yeah.
So MM2 would be using more reliable components and mas matibay po and much faster. So idea naman po din is more like a pet.
Talaga.
Opo.
So,
Pero
mas maraming
lang po,
ano
kumbaga
lang.
concept po siya. So concept ng pet that will follow around the maze siguro po.
No.
So yun lang naman po yung idea pala. Pero components po, meron na po list ng components po that we will try to release it within next week.
Parang mga tipong robodog.
Pwede po. So, that's all for MM2. So, MPC naman po, explain ko naman po ang mangyayari sa MPC. So, MPC will be a subscription type of course. So, they will be paying for a month that they can go inside the facility for at least 8 times. So within the month, they have 8 days to consume. So each day they will have at least 2 hours to work in the facility freely. So not just freely, but they can also ask for guidance with our instructors. So let's say for example, this student has mastered 3D modeling, but he doesn't have an idea when it comes to robotics in general. So one of the instructors will be instructing him what kinds of components to use, battery usage, such. Then let's say if someone is known for robotics, then 3D modeling, then one instructor will teach 3D modeling or slicing or printing in general. So more on guide as instructors. Then for let's say we have kids as graduates and they still don't have an idea for a project they want to make. We will be providing three courses that can be discussed or as a guide for those students. So they will have we will also have a presentation on how to create this kind of project. So we already have the IoT projects like the system engineering, and then we have a drone project and a humanoid project. So they can choose either one of them, or depending on, let's say in 1 month they finish that project, they can enroll again, subscribe again, then apply for that course again. So yun lang. So,
Sige. I think we're good.
so any questions po?
Wala naman. Kayo, baka... Kasi sa ngayon naman kasi mostly ang concern talaga namin yung for next week. Pero I'm sure as we start getting students sa basic, ganyan, at the same time, kayo rin mismo matututo na kayo dun sa in preparation for MM1. So, re-reviewin lang natin to probably pagka
May mga 1.5 month din naman po kayo to prepare for
MM1.
MM1.
So,
And discussion yun din naman po kung magpapasok po kayo with the students.
Sige. So, thank you very much.
Sorry. Receipt.
Ito yung for today.
For 5 basic kit and for the training fees.
Ano ba? Pwede pang
You can bank transfer to Sir Benny pa.
kay Benny.
I'm gonna review